Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Aziz Ashaya here, and we've got our friend Matteo Barbagallo here to tell us about the City of Dragons event happening in Spain. We're super excited for it, and there's a lot of information to tell, so we thought we'd record this to help clear up that and make sure everybody knows what's going on. So why don't we start with just a basic overview of what the event is and what people can expect, and then we'll go from there with some details.
Yeah, if you are in Spain or nearabouts the last weekend of November, you might want to pop over and see a whole lot of cool events.
Absolutely. And hello, everybody. First of all, I have to say I'm having goosebumps because we had a video like this 5 years ago, and I actually love it quite a lot. So, Cáceres City of Dragons is perhaps the major event in Spain connected to the world of A Song of Ice and Fire, written by George R. R. Martin, of course, as we all know. Hello, George. It will take place from the 29th of November and until the 1st of December in the city of Cáceres. Yes, I'm pronouncing it with this C.
You'll notice I avoided trying to say the name at all because,
because you're fluent in Spanish.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, you didn't want to embarrass me.
Right. That's it, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, it will take place in Cáceres, again, as Ashaya was saying, on the last weekend of November. And the city is actually King's Landing, is where the series, both Game of Thrones and House of Dragon were and are currently being shot, being filmed. So the beautiful thing about Cáceres is that what you see in the TV show is actually the city. There is no embellishment, apart from probably a few props here and there, but the rest is all genuinely a medieval, I don't know how to call it, medieval fantasy land, something like that. Like it's a dream coming true for anybody interested in this kind of worlds. So yeah, I strongly encourage you to visit Cáceres in that specific time frame.
I think I remember I snooped on your Instagram looking at some of the stuff from the first City of Dragons event, and I appreciated you recreating some iconic shots from House of the Dragon with Aemond and Kristen Cole with their hats, and I look forward to trying to recreate certain other moments as well with friends and people in cosplay.
We can do that definitely, because the city will be a huge parade of people cosplaying and attending the event. There will be sword fights. Actually, there will be two great schools of fencing, so medieval fencing. So, there will be the possibility of wielding an actual sword. But the credit was also due to my dear friend Stefan Sasse for the picture you just mentioned.
Hey, Stefan.
Because we were recreating those scenes around the street. It was quite beautiful.
This is very exciting. Yeah, the fact that we're getting to see King's Landing is cool enough, but there's all these other events happening, like you say, sword fights, and what else can we expect? What other fun type of events that are associated with this are going to take place?
Well, first of all, you can expect absolutely cosplay contests. So for those who are going to dress up, I would recommend choosing the right character and the best possible outfit. We have seen in the first edition, we've seen a lot of Daemons and a lot of Rhaenyras, but we haven't seen a Laris, for example.
No,
So,
Laris.
and I want to insist that this has not to be related solely to House of the Dragon. Of course, characters from Game of Thrones can absolutely participate, so that will be one thing. But I believe the most important thing to highlight is that there will be panels where, of course, for example, you will be taking part, but also voice actors showing us how House of the Dragon was dubbed, for example, in Spanish, and how it was adapted from English to Spanish, and so on and so forth. Live sessions where you can actually ask questions to the guests and see, for example, if it is possible to know how a certain line was translated. So this kind of things can be quite interesting in terms of what you can expect. but also many other stuff. A medieval market. Just imagine the city of Cáceres turned into a beautiful market where you will be able to see not only props or souvenirs that are sort of recalling and the atmosphere of A Song of Ice and Fire, but a lot of other stuff. And needless to say, a lot of fun dinners with, of course, all of us, but also with the people who are taking part in the event. You will be able to see many activities, quizzes, where you will win perhaps some good prizes. Apart from, of course, honor and glory in front of your friends. So get ready for that. And why not? There will be a lot of podcasters. So people like Ashaya and Aziz, but also my dear friends of La Canción Continúa and many others. There will be a lot of creators from all over the world. One, especially in particular, coming from as far as you guys, Jack Duran, who comes from Mexico.
Oh, very cool.
And yes, and there will be the possibility of interacting with all these creators in person, of course. So brace yourself. And yes, I've forgotten to mention that, of course, I'm not the only person organizing this event. Far from me to be the diva of this organization. I'm not. Actually, this work was solely possible thanks to the help and to the minds of Dani Maglor, of course, a huge creator in Spain, and the friends of the podcast called La Canción Continúa, so Santi, Bea, and Berta, alongside the administration of the city of Cáceres and the marketing agency called Incertus, which is helping us in organizing this event. So a huge thank you to all of them for the incredible effort and the sweat that they have put along with me in the creation of this. This is a process that has taken us more than a year in the making, and not without bumps on the road, but it's happening. So brace yourself.
Yeah, this is the second, not the third, right? Y'all skipped a year, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yes, which speaks to what a production, what a labor it is to put this on. I'm really very excited to see you, to see all of these other creators, to see all of the fans and folks local to the area in cosplay, and I'm just excited for everything about it, to be honest. You got my hype level just really skyrocketed.
We're going to King's Landing. I mean, that's great, and all our friends are going to be there. You really can't beat that. So yeah, I hope a lot of the rest of you will join us, because you're our friends too. You're in our community. The Song of Ice and Fire community doesn't get to come together like this that often. We certainly have never been to Spain, so it'll be a new experience for us in that regard as well. I'm looking forward to some paella, for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's worth saying, if you're listening to this later or thinking towards the future, probably in the fall of most years, you would hope that if you look to Cáceres, I need to get it right. If you look there, you'll probably see some sort of cool House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones type event happening. I think this is an event that y'all want to continue going forward in the years. I think that there's also just guided tours and whatnot of the city year round. So I think if you're looking to experience King's Landing, you should probably look into going to Spain.
Absolutely. Not to mention that, of course, many areas around Cáceres have actually been used for the filming, for the shooting of the series. So there is a city exactly close to Cáceres, probably 1 hour away from Cáceres, called Trujillo, where many scenes were shot. Not also to forget the area of the Barruecos, where the famous scene where the Dothraki charge, so the battle between Jamie,
the loot train battle, yeah.
Yes, there you go. So yeah, quite a lot of events happening there, and trust me, you will get a chance to visit it. So again, I cannot stop saying brace yourself, but do brace yourself, because this is happening.
Like the charge of the Dothraki, yeah. I mean, geez. But,
yes, exactly.
But with a good result, yeah.
Well, we're going to charge into the city.
Yes.
We're going to charge into the city.
That's right. After a flight, after our airplane,
Oh, look, I will rent horses just for that. Like, we will make it happen. We will make it happen.
This is escalating quickly, but in the best possible ways. All right. Yeah, we're very excited. It's coming up soon. And we'll also, of course, have reports on it after the fact.
Absolutely. And you know me, this is going to be escalating quite quickly.
The escalation will continue.
Is there a resource that folks can go to find information on the event?
There have been a lot of articles, around in the web and about this event. Some of them with not finalized information about what's going to happen. So, of course, don't expect to see everything that you have read so far, but we are creating something, I would say, as exciting as what you've read, if not even more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, I said it's escalating.
Not gonna lie, just going to the city and seeing the beautiful location would be plenty exciting for me. And then adding all of these other things, I'm very excited to experience all of this with you and hopefully with some of you listening to this right now.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to explain it to us and get us so excited. We're ready for this escalation and
Fantastic.
Can't wait to be there.
Thank you, guys.
Of course, during and after the event, we will be sharing lots of photos to try to relate the experience to those of y'all who can't make it and to capture it for ourselves and everybody else. So check our socials down in the description there and follow them to keep up with all the action, unless you're going to be there, in which case, we'll see you there. Until then, Valar Rereadus.